Ooh, I am not sure if this here is copyrighted music, so we're gonna turn that sucker off. We're gonna use miles per hour because I estimate all of my stuff in freedom. Alright, so I like playing Trailmakers, so I think we're going to do the rally mode. Try and build some cars, maybe win some races, I'm not sure. Turn on the live stream, make sure it went live. Awesome, it is live. I'm gonna say. So obviously I'm a noob at this game. I shouldn't say I'm no noob. I've played this before. I'm at K-Pot right meow. You're so lucky. I wish y'all would have invited me. Cowards. So we are playing Trailmakers. This is like Autism the game. I love this game. So in this game you just get to, but I just like doing like the car building. That is not good. Let's get rid of that. All we need is a vehicle with an ass of torque, and we will win every race. That looks awful. People are like, all right, well, he's lost me. See, we're gonna make like, I don't know. We're making the world's worst car right now because I have performance anxiety. No, I don't. That's just an excuse. Cool. So we got that. We need to start with a solid foundation. Obviously, all cars do. I'm thinking of going down with a go-kart seat because we have to keep weight down. It doesn't... I don't know. I think we can maybe use the go-kart wheels. This is the most aerodynamic pile of garbage on the market at the moment. General Motors could design a better car than this. I don't really think we need suspension at the moment, so I think we're good there. We don't need shock absorbers. We're not racing on a rally stage. Damn it. Only if I was not so moronic. Oh, see? And if I could read. So this is my idea. Just two massive engines just strapped to it. Ah, let's give her a shot. It's probably not going to be good. Alright. It handles... Alright, maybe I should have installed steering. It's almost like Car 101. I don't need that game. I can build. A trailer hinge? Alright. So, I didn't install steering. I don't know if y'all know anything about, like, vehicles, but that's very important. We did not install it. So no matter how hard I tried, I was wondering why it wasn't doing it. No, I don't want those. Let's try and bring it out, though, a bit. You know, better weight distribution. Not weight distribution. If we have longer thing, car, no wheelie. Yep, we got that. Now we're going to install some steering. That's what we were missing the last time. No, not this wheel. I want the go-kart wheels. Alright, this baby ain't breaking land speed records, but she'll do. Crap. It doesn't steer worth a damn. Now, let's move the engines back. No, what we need is more downforce. So, engines up here. Where's my arrow? Streamlining. Look out. That's gonna really push the air into the engines. So what we need to do is try and slick the air off. I don't know if a wider wheelbase would help at this moment. That turn just really, I guess, snuck up on me. Maybe if I drove as well as I ate. Put that bad boy like that. This is where the spoiler is going to come into play. Everyone knows that a good race car always needs, like, a massive wing. Ooh, I have an idea. It's not going to be a good one. This car ain't going to run worth a damn. Aerodynamicy. Right. We need as much wind slicking off of this thing as possible. The two massive engines aren't really helping. But my plan is, we're going to take this guy. We're going to make a big wing. It's gonna look like garbage, but close enough. I guess I have to run a bar back here. The game's not seeing my vision. There we go. Now we're cooking. This looks awful. Gold right there is absolutely beating my brakes off. Okay, he's not running a car with no shocks. I don't know how I'm doing so well. This car looked like it was assembled on a napkin. Alright. Bronze isn't awful, but we can certainly do better. We need to go back to the drawing board. Alright. There's our pile of garbage. So what we're gonna do... is there a way to, like, just, like... I haven't played this game in a long time. Those are, like, some other vehicles I downloaded. They all suck. Oh, I did make this one. delete the blocks. I don't want it. This is a cool one I made. Let's try this one. Oh, that's why I don't use it. The engine overheats. Alright, we can definitely use this, but I'm thinking we tear out the jet engine, we throw another engine in there, then we'll be right. So the game doesn't start screaming at me. It needs a block there. Oh yeah, see, it's already doing it. We're gonna go here. See if just smashing another big engine in it will help it. Alright. We're gonna remove the wing. To fit the engine in. We need to rebuild the spoiler. I think these were the ones I used last time. I haven't put taillights on it. I don't know why I did that, but that's an option for sure. People are like, go back to playing SnowRunner on your old, like you did on your old channel. I do. SnowRunner takes up a lot of my time. And I had a very busy day at work today. It was awful. I work in retail. If you work in retail and you don't have to, don't do it. I implore you, children, try to stay out of retail. I absolutely just do. I feel so bad. I always like crash out and yell at my coworkers, and they didn't do anything wrong. It's always the customers and their weird demands. And it's just because I don't have a very good temperament when it comes to people. But at least I work, so, you know, and that Crown Victoria ain't gonna buy itself without it. Yeah, now this is the power. We may have needed the turbo. Just need to probably sync it to a different button. This car definitely handles better than that monstrosity, but it's beating me. Alright, we need more power. Gentlemen, I may not have a brain, but I have an idea. Mm-hmm. And now, I just gotta remember, how do you change the key binding? Oh, there we go. What we need to do is we need to make this like a turbo. like in like a Crash Bandicoot racing game. And then this is going to propel us to victory. No, we don't. I don't think we're gonna need the engine. Watch my genius. Just be gingerly up. I spun out. Maybe need to go maybe a little wider, maybe more downforce. I even put headlights on this thing. I used to be so creative. Now I'm not. Oh great. Now it's having me race against people with bigger brains than I do. Does this game have multiplayer? Or are these just like, I guess, other people's times? Well, I know I can beat that guy. He crashed. Alright, we're gonna have to strap another engine. We are not going as fast as I humanly thought we need to go. What that means is we need to go back to the drawing board. We have to get the spoiler's useless now. We have to get aerodynamics. We have to get the wind over that engine now. So, we gotta slap that on. Because now, my aerodynamicy, because I have to strap this massive engine on top of this thing, is now all out of whack. So, we're probably adding also a lot more weight. But nothing's too much for speed and power. Nope, don't need that block. I need this. Nope, not that one either. Go. Stop screwing around. Just go back to SnowRunner. Never. Never. That game consumed me. I was getting calls. Like, people thought I was, like, dying. No, I was in my room playing SnowRunner. Great game. It's a very time-consuming game. Let's try that. Dude, that dude's breaking, like, land speed records in that bad boy. See, now I think we're gonna have to go wider. Because now I'm so top-heavy now. Let's just try axing the wing. Maybe that will help. You know, the wing's cool, you know, it adds a lot of, like... Obviously, it adds a lot of horsepower. But I think we're also, like, losing power. Or, well, we're obviously losing downforce because my car was handling like garbage. It's my weight distribution. My center of gravity was all sitting on top of this car. I forgot to take off this. I don't want to make it longer. It's already a tube on wheels, but it is sagging. There's a lot of weight in the rear. It sounds like my vehicle's also starved of oil. We need to put more weight back here, or in the front, but I am gonna... It was bothering me. We're gonna do that. Looks better. Looks on everything. But I'm going to probably... It needs to, like... I hate that it's, like, longer now, but I think it's the only... Oh, well, that's not helpful at all. Attach to the damn car. There we go. If any engineering schools are, I guess, hiring, you can hire me. Alright, now we may be cooking with some gas. And if we still crash out, I think I'm going to extend the wheelbase. Alright, that's what we're gonna do. I think we need to take this wheelbase and bring it out. Because I think what's happening is when I turn, the vehicle is just so narrow that we're just spinning out. So we need to expand the wheelbase. So we're gonna take that, take steering hinge off, take steering hinge off. And we're gonna take that and make it probably wider, probably by a block. Because obviously it's a stability issue. And it's not just because I'm awful at video games. Welcome aboard, viewers. You get to see my genius at work. That's why I work in retail and not at a rocket facility, obviously. Right. So what I'm thinking is now we're going to take the downforce, extend it across. Because we got to trap as much air as possible. My color scheme is being ruined because I'm adding new blocks. This, maybe? It's worth a shot. I don't know if we need to do it. No, we definitely need to do it in the rear. What am I talking about? If you're gonna do it up front, you gotta do it in the rear. Them's the rules. Because because what's wrong with my design is I'm so narrow, so when I turn, I tried to keep it as narrow as possible, but when I turn, I'm just losing. And you know what? This looks awful. We're going to move the spoiler down. Oh, well, I can't. Never mind. But we can't have that. That looks awful. Go back here. We're going to extend it as well back here, because that's what I think is holding me back from greatness, is that my vehicle is just too narrow. And the wider the better in certain circumstances. Certain circumstances. There we go. Children have probably made better creations in this game than I have. I'm out here building a race car, getting my doors blown off by, like, Honda Accords. And you can never be too aerodynamic. No such thing. Close enough, that works. I mean, all it's got to do is just slick off. Wow. This vehicle is not created for water. Do you think... Well, I have this cool shock design up here. And I have it back here. Bad. Perfect. That's what the doctor ordered. Great, that cost me a viewer. Let's try turning these, because we're on tarmac. Maybe I'm losing grip because I don't have proper wheels. I don't know if this game is that, like, involved, but it's just a thought. Maybe if we slap on some cool racing wheels, maybe we'll stand a chance. I think that might be my issue. Let's try that. I feel like I'm like racing like the local like Boy Scouts of America group at a Pinewood Derby race. Crap! Alright. So, what did I learn there? Well, I haven't learned anything because obviously I'm not winning. And I can't beat these cobbled together pod racers. That new Star Wars game, racing game, looks fun. Everything Star Wars, though, recently has been garbage. So, I don't know if it's actually going to be good. We're going to restart. I don't know if it's going to be any good, but I'm hopeful for it, because I like pod racing and such. I think pod racing is really cool. And I remember, like, the old school, like, Star Wars pod racing arcade machine. I really liked that. So, yeah, I might have high hopes. I don't know who's developing that Star Wars racer, though. I hope a good company. Or does Ubisoft still hold the exclusive publishing rights to Star Wars? I think I need better suspension on the front. Because that's what's causing me to tip, but I beat those other people. That's what matters at the end of the day. Let's move on to the next one. We crushed that one. We didn't. That took entirely too long. Oh. No, I want to build my own. Alright, so that's our center. So what we need to do is, if I've learned anything from rednecks, is we have to make our vehicle with a lot of shocks and big wheels. Do they have monster truck wheels in this game? Alright, they do not, but we'll have to use it. We'll have to make a do. So what we need to do is probably put it... Dylan the Lemon Orange. What's up? What's going on, Dylan the Lemon Orange? Are you like the annoying orange? Just like a lemon orange? I don't know what that is. Alright, obviously a pickup truck is the best designed vehicle of all time. The Ford Ranger exists. We just have to copy the success of that. So we need to make a small bed pickup. And I think we will be good. So what my idea is we're going to take it. That's pretty cool. I mean, you don't come across any of those. I don't really eat fruit because I make poor choices in life, but that's a very cool. So what I'm doing is we're going to drop this. We're going to use the power of rednecks. And we're going to do first a body lift. We're going to drop it into... Because what we need is suspension. We need to soak up as much of the, like, as much as the bumps as possible. My genius is sometimes frightening. We need to make a very wide, just off-road vehicle. I'm thinking, no, that looks awful. So I'm just like doing right now, just kind of like exploring my options. So what I'm thinking, yeah. So what it's going to be like spring on spring. It's going to look awful, but if my brain works and it will work how I want it to work, then we're going to be in business. The center of gravity is going to be crazy on this thing, though. It's going to be awful. But if my brain... Oh, that was a big sneeze. Are you playing in a public server? Is that possible? I'm going to be honest. I, like, bought this game, like, a while ago. Didn't really play it like a moron. And now I want to play it. But is that a thing you can do? Can you play in public servers? People are gonna bully me in there because I can't make good cars. They're gonna be blowing my doors off. That's crazy! This game's so cool. You can, like, build mechs and stuff in it, too, can't you? Like, I don't know. I don't, not very, like, good at this game, but, like, if you can build, like, mechs... I've seen, like, people make, like, straight, like, Mobile Suit Gundams. This is not going to perform the way I want it to. This is going to perform like dog water. But at least it will be funny. But it's lifted. That's what's important. No, I don't need to build that gap block. Oh, you're a very supportive person. I appreciate you. You're very Trailmakers. Slap that there. People are witnessing my monstrosity. This is awful. It's not gonna work. If we're also going for a redneck build, we have to make it unaerodynamic as possible. It literally has to be like a box on wheels. Because I think, like, you know, rednecks, they go into, like, you know, they go into, like, mud holes and stuff, and, like, they hardly get stuck. They know what they're doing. And, oh, yeah, don't forget an engine or it won't move. Yeah, that is important. having some form of the internal combustion engine is important. And I don't believe in electric in this house. We're strictly like, if there was a possibility to throw a diesel engine, oh my gosh, we're so... Oh, alright people, I'm stupid. You know why? I forgot to put the shocks. We're also missing a wheel back there. The internal combustion engine is the only engine allowed in this house. I don't know why I'd put a trailer hitch on something that I'm trying to, like, race. Unless the challenge was, like, a camper. Then would be... And you download builds. Yeah, I've messed with, like, people's downloads. They obviously are a lot more we need to steer. They're obviously a lot more talented than I am. The boat level's pretty cool. Like, I have a lot of the DLC for this game, just because it was on sale, and I was like, oh, this could be fun. And I really wanted it. And I'm a grown man. Oh my gosh. This is a masterpiece. Let's strap an engine onto it. I only became a good builder yesterday. That's good. I'm glad, like, you know, I'm glad that people get enjoyment out of games like this still. It seems like, you know, people in my, like, you know, younger generations and such like that seem to only be interested in, like, shooters anymore. I would have killed for a game like this when I was a kid. Alright, so this is just a test run. Oh, crap. Alright. What failed there, chat? There's too much weight in the rear. I have an idea. No. This is not going to work the way I want it to. Alright, so we're on a... Oh yeah, I didn't even think about that, like a plane. Those people are blowing my doors off. Do I have that part? I have a weight block. I'm guessing that's under flight, probably, right? If I had to take a strong guess. It's free? Oh. In movement. Thank you. Well, I am not seeing it. Wow. I mean, it's working a lot better than I thought it would. But I think we're still too narrow. So I think if we, like... I don't know. We're right now just in the testing phase. I think my center of gravity is definitely too high. Oh, that's cool. I might have to join it and you can blow my doors off. We're also very front heavy due to the massive engine. So I need to probably scooch this back. Because what I think is all out of whack is maybe my center of gravity. Also, just my vehicle design is not, like, you know... It sits too high, I think is the issue. But I like how high it sits. It's like a big Chevrolet truck. You know what? Make it boxier. This is what General Motors would have wanted. Gonna put a bed on it. The bed has made it extremely back heavy. We need downforce. That's what we're missing. We need more downforce. So what we need to do is put a bumper here. But that's what I think the issue is. Maybe just we need a little bit more weight. I think I can get that. Thrusters, you're so right. I just worry about thrusters because sometimes they'll just like mess up my track. See if adding the weight on the front makes any difference. Oh, the man! When is stream? Military Bones. It is currently right now. And it's pretty bad. That block slowed me down tremendously. I just think my weight balance is just all out of... Well, maybe with me adding the bed back here, maybe now we'll have better weight distribution? Because I think that's what the issue is just weight disso. Oh, I mean, if you're talking about the stream, I just passed it. There's another one. That suits your fancy. Ah, see, that's where we keep spinning out. So I don't know if I need to, like, maybe just start from base 1, because obviously this is peak car design. But, and I'm just not sure. I know we passed it. We passed it, but now yeah, these are off-road tires. I think I need to just scrap this design and start over from base 1. Is there a way to like mass delete? Because my design is awful. Because what I think my issue was is it was my vehicle was sitting too high, even though, like, you know, we have to hit those jumps. My center of gravity was all out of whack. Maybe the center of gravity is the issue, and the rednecks have been wrong this whole time. Impossible. They know what they're doing. Yeah, we do. We def need aerodynamics. But also, I think we were just, like, super heavy as well. Because I was just strapping on blocks to be funny. So what I'm thinking is we're going to build two separate. So this is my primary shock housing. Then we're going to drop it down into, like, another, like, bar here. Boom. And then we'll drop the shocks, and that'll give us at least some ground clearance. And we are going to make it wide, so we need to do one there. One there. And then we're going to take a shock, put it there. And if my brain is braining, this is going to be a pretty cool car. It's going to work. Look at that. And then we're going to do the same thing on the rear. Let's go in and just throw steering on the front before I forget. And I'm like, why doesn't it steer? Alright. I just don't want the vehicle. The vehicle needs to be light, but it also needs to have, like, ground clearance. On, like, off-road stages, that's what's important. Is also keeping traction, obviously. Wow, I've been at this for a while. And then we're going to also install a spoiler. We need room for engines. I don't know. One engine's going to go there, obviously. My driver's not going to be able to see. With that, though, we're going to need probably two to make any form of, like, you know, any form of, like, power. So we're going to take that. Boom, boom. Do another one. Because we can't make the vehicle also too heavy. Because if we do, we're going to have, like, a lot of issues. But I want to do the same thing, kind of like what I did on the front, and do, like, a two-tiered suspension system. Because I think that could help. Maybe if I could find this damn suspension. I think that would probably help absorb a lot of the shock of, like, hitting the ramps and such. If you're picking up what I'm putting down, if you understand what I'm talking about. I think that might work. I think that should help absorb a little bit. I do need to expand up here, though. Just add a little bit more. Just so, like, you know, the weight balance isn't all out of whack. Because that's the thing I'm worried about, is I've got so much weight there in the rear that it's just going to be just going out the window. And it's not going to be, like, laying down and staying down. Because we're going to have to put spoilers up at the front. This is a very basic design. Just strap an engine, because right now I'm purely just in testing. It's slow right now because we're in testing, but I'm thinking my suspension system should work. What I'm worried about is when we touch down in that mud, every form of traction, there's a stream, by the way, to that one guy who was asking. um, when it touches down hard, it just gets like it loses all sense of momentum. See, that's the part I'm worried about. The part we just crossed over. We need more. We need more engine. We're gonna add aerodynamicy and stuff once we kind of get the general feel for the suspension. I get 6. Why not just do 2 Dragon engines and just call it a day? Might be too much torque though. It might twist the chassis off. It's definitely faster. All right, let's try adding some spoilers. Because we're definitely, now we have the engine power. But now we just need to keep the weight down. Let's try maybe this. Because it's definitely, I can feel it fighting me in the turns with how back heavy it is. And obviously aerodynamicy will help with that. The turning is really what the hard, like, is really keeping this vehicle from being like, you know, a well-tuned machine. And also because the design is awful, but, you know. Oh, excuse me. Some good heavens, some phlegm in my throat. Bear with me. My genius is almost terrifying sometimes. I keep saying that Jeremy Clarkson quote. He's the GOAT for real. We need to add aerodynamicy. We're definitely lacking in that department. I feel like I'm like building a car for like the wacky races. It's actually starting to look like a proper car. Not just a brick on wheels. I hate how that looks. Here's the real test. Alright, we got through the first one. This thing's straight line speed is crazy. Alright. I think we could do it though now. I think this car is properly starting to get somewhere. I think just a little bit more weight in the front and we should be good. That's what we need, just a little bit more weight in the front. Take 2 of those bad boys. I have a better idea. Let's do that. Move one of the engines up. Or maybe we move the engines to the side. My poor little pilot sitting next to 2 Tesla towers. Alright, too much in the front, too much weight. The shocks weren't shock absorbing at all, because they were already bottomed out. Still doing that. Wow, it did like a motor swarm, like bell ringing for the second lap. MotorStorm Pacific Rim is one of the greatest racing games ever, and I will not have any hate. PlayStation should have never abandoned making damn MotorStorm games. They'd be probably all like DLC now. That's what was really bad about Apocalypse. You can't play Apocalypse really anymore because all the unlockables are locked behind online, which is no longer functional. Hey, second place isn't awful. Not bad. Cliffland. Alrighty, folks. I think right now that is enough for the Trailmakers. I just wanted to give the game another shot. Tomorrow, I'm probably going to live stream either SnowRunner or MudRunner if y'all are interested in watching that. Feel free to subscribe, and we'll see y'all in the next one. I hope y'all have a good rest of your night.